Well, it's the day after the terror attack in Berlin. It's obvious to everybody that it was a terror attack, but there is a political dimension to this as well as a police investigation dimension to this. It's interesting to look at the way the different media have reported this. We've seen some media be fairly even-handed as they report that there was an eyewitness who saw someone get out of the cab, the truck, after the event and followed them with their cell phone and reported their location to the police, stayed behind this person until the police got there and arrested them. But now the police are saying they don't think they've got the right person. And you've got some media outlets like CNN that don't even mention why this individual was ever arrested. And of course, he's from Pakistan. He's only been in Germany for about 6 months. But they go with the narrative, the police don't know who this is. Again, trying to pretend that this isn't a refugee. If it is a refugee, it is over for Merkel. You can see the headlines on Drudge showing Merkel with blood on her hands. And yes, she does have blood on her hands. She's been a part of subverting the safety of the German people, bringing anyone in who wants to come in without doing any vetting. And that's what's really behind this. The people have seen these attacks that have happened all over Europe through the last year. In Germany, we had the axe murders on the train committed by a refugee. The police are saying they don't believe this guy did it, in spite of the fact that there was an eyewitness who followed him out of the taxi because he said he didn't do it. That's one of the things they said at first. Then they said, well, he doesn't have a gun on him. And there was the owner of the taxi, of the truck, was found dead in the cab. He had been shot, the Polish owner of the truck, the driver. And so this guy didn't have a gun. Well, it isn't a given that in every terror attack, the guy is going to have the gun on him, or that he's going to go through with this all the way to the point of a suicide bomb or suicide shootout. Obviously, the person who did this, and we all know that it was Islamic terror. That's why they're saying, well, we think he would have stuck around and finished this off. Well, obviously, the person who did it didn't do that. Now, there's a third thing that may indicate that maybe he is not the person they're looking for and that there is someone still at large, and that is they found DNA in the blood that was in the cab that they said did not match the suspect. They didn't go into a lot of detail, so I have questions. Was this guy cut? Did they expect to find his blood in there because he was bleeding? There was going to be obviously blood from the truck driver who was shot. Was there blood in there that didn't match this guy's, didn't match the victim that's in there, so maybe it indicates that there's a third person who might be at large with a gun? We don't know. See, the problem is the German police have not been very upfront about these investigations, have they? Remember, a year ago, New Year's Eve in Cologne, what happened there with the migrants in Cologne and how they tried to cover that up for the longest time, then continued to push back against it? Go back to 1972 with the Munich attacks against the Israeli athletes there. We had some Muslims come in and kill them. That went on for a very long time. It was amazing, if you go back and you look at the documentaries that have been done about that, it was amazing how incompetent, how pulled back the police were, the German police, because they don't want to come on too strong because of the Nazis. And it was just last year, 43 years after the event, that we learned that they tortured the Israeli athletes there during that 20 hours they held them captive, even castrating one of them in front of the other people that were being held hostage. So we have a German government that has a tendency to be very weak, to try to cover up things for political reasons. And they're doing this, I think, and the openness to these refugees and the reluctance to criticize them, I think, goes back to the Nazi legacy that they want to try to distance themselves from, and rightfully so. And yet they're doing the wrong things. Remember, the first thing that Adolf Hitler did was to ban private ownership of guns. No matter how many police you have, no matter how competent they are, they can't be everywhere at once. You don't want to create a police state. You don't need to create a police state. You need to have the people take back their freedom, take back their dignity, and take back their right to protect themselves and undo the very first thing that the Nazis did, which is taking away guns from private citizens. For Infowars.com, I'm David Knight.
Clean, pure drinking water. You can't survive without it. But where do you get it? Alexa Pure Pro is a brand new, groundbreaking, gravity-fed water filtration system that is like no other. The Alexa Pure Pro transforms water from virtually any fresh source into clean, healthy drinking water, pairing the unprecedented superfiltration power of an all-new gravity block core with a hybrid chromatic shell. It removes up to 99.999% of impurities, including bacteria, viruses, fluoride, disinfectants, volatile organic contaminants, and hormones. Filter capacity up to 5,000 gallons. Stainless steel construction. Easy assembly, low maintenance, replacement filters are simple to install. And now, as part of an exclusive limited time introductory offer, you can save $20 off the retail price and get free shipping. This is a limited time offer, so order your unit today and receive free shipping and $20 off. Go to InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139.